Hello everyone and welcome. Today I've put on my Oracle specs because I'm going to figure out and perfectly predict what the Yuna unit is gonna be like. So now we have so much information about Yuna, so much information about all of her allies that I can say with guaranteed 100% certainty what the gameplay unit for Yuna is gonna be like for this little angry gremlin right here. And of course now we have to first look up her allies. What are her allies like? Because that will immediately tell us who Yuna really is. So Judy has just been announced. She's a fire type. Okay, she has some blast stuff and some. So she's an attacker with blast discs, and most importantly, she has some blast centric like buffs in her playstyle. She has blast centric abilities on her spirit enhancement and everything. So we see, oh, she's all about blast, and she got all this special blast stuff just for herself, and she's a fire type. Okay, moving on, we have Owl, who is cute, and she's a aqua type who's an Excel gorilla instead. And what does she get? What does she get for stuff? Well, she has a whole bunch of Excel centric stuff. She has MP restore in there. Oh, look at that. She got some damage up buffs for the party because she's a support type. Oh, that's some interesting stuff here. So she's got stuff that is all about being an Excel person. She's got stuff that works together with building MP, and she has a Magia that is all about her playstyle being a support. So we see that all of these characters, they're all rather coherent in the narrative behind their entire playstyle. And one of them is blue and is a water type. The other one is red and is a fire type. And you see there's a blast here and there's some Excel there. So of course Yuna, she's gonna have to be a charged gorilla forest type. Specifically, not just because the other guys are already the other elements, but also because of that. Because if you look at all of the other trios that there are in the game, all of these trios or quartets, even whenever you have a group of characters that are very closely together linked, they all have different elements. Like none of these characters have that. You don't have a group of like three people where two of them have the same element. It doesn't happen. They all have different elements between them. So it's gonna be like this as well. So just like Team Kamore or like Team Mikazuki, where they all have exactly one element each, it's gonna be like this as well. So it's gonna be forest type. Also, I mean, she's yellow, so it's gonna be a charge gorilla because she's yellow. I mean, you got red, blast, blue, Excel, like where it figures out. But also there's another reason why. Once again, because of her allies. We see her closest ally and confidant, Horse. Horse is a support who's supposed to be able to support every single character from Promised Blood, which is why she gives critical hit and stealth aim resistance up, because everyone wants that. All of these characters have decent amount of attacks and are all about attacking, so she's gonna give them all critical hits to attack even harder and gonna keep them safe with stealth aim resistance. But more importantly, the Connect. The Connect is supposed to be able to support every single one of them, and it gives blast damage up for Judy, it gives Excel MP gain up for Owl, and what else does it give? It gives charge attack damage up. Gotta be a charged character. And you know what, you might even say, but guys, we don't really care about, charged gorillas. Like, charged gorillas, you can be like, okay, maybe 2 charge discs and maybe 2 blast discs, or maybe 2 Excel discs instead, but she's gonna have at least 2 charges, probably all 3 of them, right? You're not gonna tell me it's gonna be anything but that. This is what we can glean from Hikaru. He's definitely gonna have a charged gorilla in there. Now, what else is going to be like? Well, it's going to have to be balanced type. Why? Because you already have an attacker type, we already have a support type, and I mean, Yuna is supposed to be like a one-on-one fighter machine, so she's going to be balanced type, right? Because all the other one-on-one fighter machines, they're all like basically balanced type. You got to be able to like dish out some pain, but you got to be able to take some pain as well. And tell you guys what, Yuna, she can take some pain. She can take so much pain that she has no other way out than growing a horn and getting really angry, and she's going to be able to do that as well. What about her release date? I have no idea. Or personal memoria. What is her personal memoria going to do? Well, let me tell you, her personal memoria, I have no idea. It's probably going to be like the most reliable thing that I could say is it gives either a pretty big fucking buff to herself, like attack up and damage up both at once as an active Memoria, fucking crazy, but it might just do that, or like attack up and charge this damage up, but like a whole bunch of like attack up burst and like damage burst is gonna be a personal Memoria, or it's gonna have like a disc draw Memoria, most likely draw all of Yuna's discs, monopolized draw, probably gonna be something like that as well, something that is very selfish, because Yuna has been rather selfish in the story, so he's going to be rather selfish in here probably as well. Stat-wise, I assume the stats are going to be like a decent amount of attack, probably quite a bit of attack actually, and quite a bit amount of defense as well, as balanced characters usually do. They usually do have both high attack and defense, but I do have a feeling that her HP is not going to be quite as good as these other stats. So HP is probably going to be her low stat, but the other two, attack and defense, are probably going to be rather decent. Now, moving on down here, you kind of tell that I've actually just copy-pasted this entire page from AO, because I got bored, and this up here already took me quite a while to change, so I didn't want to like copy-paste every single icon, and well, you know what, I'm going to just keep talking about this, and we're just going to act like I've all done 5 more hours of work. So, her connect, what is her connect going to be like, right? So we can actually take this as a reminder. The other connects that we have, in this case AO, they're all about their playstyle, right? Magia playstyle. Oh, okay. And they also have something special about them. In the case of AO, the special thing was removing buffs, debuffs, and grounded effects, doing all of that. What is the special thing gonna be for Yuna? But it's gonna be having to do something with her lore, right? Because the lore behind Yuna is that she has this innate magic where she can basically take any sort of object and sort of create a link between that object and another character, and by dealing damage to that object, the damage then transfers to that other character that she has linked up with that. Basically, she's like a create a voodoo doll or something of another character. How do you put that into the game? Well, let me tell you guys, it doesn't fucking matter, because the developers don't give a shit about the lore, and it's not gonna play into her playstyle at all. They're probably just gonna go with, well, she's angry, so she's gonna be all about attack and dealing damage, okay? So her connect is instead going to be all about being angry and about dealing a bunch of damage, but it's going to be in the playstyle of the charged characters, because all the other characters, they're all about their playstyle. If you have a Blast or Excel, it's going to be about the charged playstyle. So what is it going to do? Well, what is it going to do? It's going to give charge disc damage up, it's going to give charge up, it's going to give both of that, and on top of that, it's going to give the chance to stun on hit. Why? Because she's so angry, she makes other people angry, and when people get angry, they hit so hard that it stuns the enemy. That's might be what it does. I don't know. It might do bind as well, you know, or stuff like that. Not charm though. I mean, she looks kind of cute, but definitely not charming, you know. What about her Magia though? So I know she's a charged character, but maybe, while we already have another character who recently was very strong with charge, Sister Momoko, who was about using charge to blast enemies down. What if she has a really good Magia and you want to actually use her discs to blast up her Magia with Excel discs and then get out her Magia and Doppel? So what would her Magia and Doppel effects be in order to make you actually want to use that Magia to deal a whole bunch of damage? Well, since we know that Yuna has been very selfish recently, it's probably going to be a very selfish Magia that is probably going to be a big boom. Maybe single target, probably single target, but you wouldn't use this for the damage, because, and here's what the Magia is going to do. The Magia is going to give you charge conservation to self for 3 turns. Got that right. Why? Because all the other characters, like I said, they've got their special disc-focused playstyle, and if you do a charge-focused playstyle nowadays on a special unit, gotta be charge conservation. And you might be like, that's a bit too special for an unlimited unit. Yeah, but she's the leader of her own faction, and they all faction leaders we know of so far, well, just Yuzuka, have some really cool stuff in their kit that makes them more special than other unlimited characters. So she's gonna be the first unlimited character to have charge conservation. That's gonna be right, but it's gonna be on her Magia, and only to herself, because she's very selfish. Maybe it's gonna be to everyone on Doppel. I don't know. Could be. But at least on Magia is going to give it to herself. What's it also going to do? Well, maybe a damage up or an attack up to self, maybe even both. Because she gets really, really angry. Her Magia makes her really, really angry, so it's going to be dealing a lot of damage. Gives herself attack up, maybe even gives herself a damage up, both of that at once to deal even more damage. And is also maybe even going to give her a defense up, because, yeah, she's going to be able to, when she gets angry, she might be able to take more hits, right? If I'm going to go off script for just a second, I would have really liked it if it gives her like a really big attack and damage buff, but it like drops her defense. Actually, like if it actually gave her like a minus 50% defense debuff, that would actually be really cool. It's not gonna happen, because the developers really don't like doing cool stuff. They want to play stuff really straightforward, and straightforward means don't having magias or stuff that is like detrimental. So yeah, that sucks. I mean, the connect could also like give defense down to whoever she connects to, but have like stronger effects on it. But like I said, they're probably not gonna do that. But it would be awesome. But yeah, what's it also going to do? Maybe it's, but maybe instead of doing defense up, it does a chance to stun, because she hits enemies so hard that that enemy just gets stunned. And what could it also do? Well, I think that's about it for now. I don't think we need to make the Magia even stronger than that. So what else do we have? Well, we just have the doppel. So what's the difference going to be between Magia and doppel? Well, on the doppel, you're going to get the Magia effects. I'm going to crank them up. Damage is going to go up really high, of course. But what are the effects going to be? Maybe charge conservation goes on all allies. But what I think it's going to do instead, just the attack buff goes on all allies. Just something simple, but something that's still good enough that you definitely want to do that. I also think it could be possible that her Magia is single target, but her doppel could be area of effect instead. We have seen it before that between Magia and doppel, the targeting changes. So for example, Cool Homura is a AoE Magia, but her doppel is 5 random target Magia. Ooh, so there could be something different there. It could be possible that Yuna could be the first unit since in a long time that actually has that. What else could we that actually makes the stun on the enemy target also a bunch more important. So what else do we have? Well, we still need to worry about Spirit Enhancement. So in the Spirit Enhancement, what are we going to have? I'm going to say we're going to have a whole bunch of charge this damage up. Gotta have charge this damage up on a charge character who's supposed to do damage. Of course, charge combo, charge count up plus as well. Gotta have that in there on a charge character. She's definitely going to have that. What else does she need? Well, because she's all about getting angry, what she's going to have? She's going to have attack up and defense up at critical health. It's going to be quite a lot, maybe like 30% attack up and defense up at critical health, because that's when she gets really angry. That's when she gets super duper angry and she just hits really fucking hard. What else are we going to have in there? Well, we're going to have critical hit chance in there, of course. Can't do it without that on a like attack focused character. I mean, she's going to be balanced type, but still, it's going to have critical hit. We're going to have a little bit of damage cut in there as well. We're going to have a little bit of tankiness in there. What else in there? Maybe some ailment resistance, because I guess Yuna is supposed to be like a juggernaut. You can't stop her. She just runs at you and just bashes you, and whatever you do, you can't stop her. Because of that, ailment resistance, so you can't stop her from doing what she wants. Maybe even stun resistance or bind resistance, something like that. You cannot stop her. Maybe even charm resistance, because who's going to be able to charm Yuna? Okay, I stand corrected. So what else are we gonna have in there? Well, you gotta have stun chance on hit. She's gonna have, because she has a mace. She doesn't show it here. She has like a giant mace. It's not really a mace. It's like the Oni weapon. I forgot what it's called. But the Oni, the Japanese Oni, they have this like spike mace. And if she hits someone with that really hard, they're gonna get stunned, right? So I'm pretty sure it's just gonna have stun on hit. Otherwise, I want my money back. I'm not spending any money, but I want it back anyway. What else are we going to have in there? Well, that's basically the most important stuff. Yeah, basically all of those things that I've just mentioned, but there could, of course, be some cool other stuff. Maybe she's going to have a whole bunch of MP bonus, because you want to get to that Magia, right? So she could actually have a whole bunch of, like, flat MP bonus, like 15% or something in there, something crazy, because why not? Why not, right? Let's put some MP bonus in there. What about the SE active? So the SE active, and this is where it gets interesting, it's actually rather boring, because I think that recently a whole bunch of units have been released with SE actives that have not been that amazing, in my opinion. So what is her SE active going to be? Actually, I take that back. Tokanemu's active was actually really good. But what is it going to be? Well, it's going to be, of course, has to be charge conservation to self, because you got to have that charge plan up, but only to self, and it's going to have attack up on there, so you can do a whole bunch of damage and really push down enemies onto the floor and glomp them and just destroy them completely. So yeah, that is definitely 100% what the Yuna unit is gonna be like. There's absolutely no way it's not like this. And accidentally mistyped this here, sorry. It's absolutely no way it can be anything but this. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this, and tell me guys below if you want to roll for Yuna, because of course if Yuna is getting released, it's definitely gonna be her, and I didn't change this image. It's definitely gonna be this unit right here, so tell me right away if you're going to pull for Yuna or not. So yeah, that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys next time.